Hello, and welcome to Fun Views Tutorials. My name is Dave, and I'm the host of this channel. Today, we are going to go through a step-by-step tutorial on how you can create one of these pebble art pieces. The first one being BFF's rock, and the second one, a nice dragonfly. So first, let's go through the intro and materials list, and then we're going to jump right into the tutorial. So stick around, and let's have a rockin' good time. See you on the other side. And here we go with the material list and everything you'll need to complete these projects today. First, I just got these frames at the Dollar Tree. They measure 5 by 7. They have a little mat here, which I like. There is glass here that we will have to take out at the very end because the rocks will come above the glass when we put it all in. You're going to need some watercolor paper or strong paper. Now this is watercolor paper. You can hear how thick it is. I would definitely use something like this or like a cardstock. What I wouldn't recommend is using the computer paper. That's just a little bit too flimsy. And obviously, for our pebble rocks, we'll need some pebbles, a Sharpie, a pair of scissors. You're going to need some Fix-All cement. This brand here I just got at the dollar store. What I would recommend is using this in a ventilated area. I wouldn't use this without a fan going or a window open, that's for sure. And of course, in one of our projects, we do use, some googly eyes. So this is basically everything you're going to need today to complete these projects. Let's get to it. And off we go. First thing that I did was I took my watercolor paper, used my marker, measured 5 by 7, which will fit the frame that I'm using today, used my scissors, and I chalked it down to the size that we're going to be using today. So this is roughly about a 5 by 7, and that's actually going to fit our frame. Now if we look at our mat, we'll just place it right over there, and that'll kind of give us an idea of where we want to place our rocks. So I've gone through and I've chosen a couple of rocks. Now these ones here, this is what I'm going to use for the BFF's rock pebble art that we're going to be using today. Now really you just kind of want to position them to where you want. For this one here, I'm going to kind of put them a little bit in center, and I'm going to have a little space down below where I'm going to write BFF's rock in quote. That's what I'm going to use my Sharpie pen for that. All you really need to do, nice and simple, take some Fix-All cement, throw a little bit on the back. As you can see, I've tested this before with these guys, and just throw it down. Again, for this one, do the same thing, a little cement on the back. Kind of position where you want it, and there you go. How simple is that? It's nice and easy. Again, we want to use the same for our googly eyes. Just put that cement down, grab another googly eye, cement it down. And of course you do have some time to play with it. Push them down a little bit, take the excess glue off there, and I'm going to grab some more googly eyes. And we're just placing it down. Now this glue does give you time to move it around, set it all up, figure out what position you want it, and it works out perfectly. Now, this glue does smell a little bit, so I would open up your windows, turn a fan on, just to kind of circulate the air and get that smell away from you as much as possible. So I definitely would use this glue in a ventilated area. So with our Sharpie, all I'm going to do is right at the bottom is I'm going to write BFF's rock and some exclamation marks. And we're almost done. So if you just want to kind of come in, I'm going to put some arms in there as well, kind of like they're waving in the air saying, yes, we rock, we rock. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Sharpie and draw some arms. How cute is this? This guy's going really high. Yay, we rock. And then over on this side as well. And we're pretty much done with that one. What we'll do is we'll end up putting a frame around it as well at the very end after everything dries. And once that's all set, you can stand it up and enjoy your pebble rock. We've just completed the BFF's rock pebble art, and now we're going to move on to the dragonfly art. So again, we're going to use the same watercolor paper for this project. It's thicker. That's definitely going to hold the rocks down for it. As well, I have all my rocks that I've kind of pre-selected for this for this dragonfly rock project. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to arrange them on the paper first before I glue everything down, and then I'll come in with my glue afterwards and put it all together. So I'm probably going to speed up this process because you don't necessarily have to watch me try to figure this all out. So I'll see you after I've figured out how to lay my rocks down. All right, so I figured out the layout that I want and that I'm happy with here. And now I'm just going to take this Fix-All glue, pick up each rock, throw a little bit on the back, and then place it down. Again, I'll just fast forward through this part because you don't necessarily have to watch me do all this real time. So I'll just speed it up. So I have glued every piece of rock down, or every pebble down now. And like I said in the previous section, this glue does allow you a little bit of time to move around, get everything positioned how you want it, looking perfect, looking awesome, and basically the way you want it to look like. So there you have it, your dragonfly pebble art, and we can kind of see it with the frame. I'm not going to put it in the frame just yet. I have to let the glue dry permanently. Otherwise, if I pick it up now, everything's going to slide down. So I would let these dry probably for about a half an hour, maybe even a little bit more. Just set it aside before you frame it, let it dry completely, and then you can frame it. So there you have it, your dragonfly pebble art. How fun is that?